It's the halfway point of the Couch to 5K programme. It's hard to believe, isn't it, that just 4 weeks ago you started jogging for just 30 seconds and 1 minute. And maybe equally hard to believe that 4 weeks from now you'll be running for a full half hour and hopefully completing a full 5K run. It's a fantastic programme and I hope you're feeling the benefit, not just in physical terms, but maybe finding that you're sleeping a little bit better and maybe a bit more aware of your nutrition and starting to eat a little bit more healthily as well. So this week we changed things up a little bit. In the first 4 weeks you had one workout design that you repeated 3 times. This week we've got 2. So we have one workout that we'll do twice, so your first workout and second workout. The third workout of the week is a different design. So let's go through the first one to begin with. So last week we did 3 minutes and 5 minutes and repeated that twice, a total of 16 minutes of jogging. This week it's only 15 minutes, but that is divided into 3 equal blocks of 5 minutes. So we'll do our dynamic warm-up, the 5-minute warm-up walk, then go into our first 5-minute jogging stint. After that we get a 3-minute recovery walk, our heart rate should come back down, breathing come back down to normal, and we're ready to go again for the middle stint. 5 minutes later it'll be over before you know it, another 3-minute recovery walk. Then it's the 5-minute final stint. Once that's done, it's just a case of the 5-minute cool down walk and the all important stretches. So we do that twice, as I say, first workout and the second workout. The third workout of the week is only 2 stints. So between weeks 4 and 5 we've started off with having 4 jogging stints in week 4. Week 5, the first 2 workouts we've had 3, the final workout only has 2. And this is leading us into next week where we don't have any recovery walks at all. It's just 1 stint for the whole thing. But then again, next week we have different workouts as well, but we won't go into detail about those. The important thing is next week we'll be doing a non-stop. So the final workout for week 5 is leading into that, and it's 2 stints of 8 minutes with a 5-minute recovery walk in between. So 8 minutes compared to 5 minutes, it's only 3 minutes extra, but I think this is maybe where things mentally start to become a little bit harder, particularly when you're doing your third workout solo on your own and you don't have people round about you to kind of keep you going. All I would say is that you've done quite a lot of 5 minutes up to now. You did 2 of them last week. You'll be doing 3 of them in the first 2 workouts. So you know inside yourself that you can do 5 minutes. The only thing we have to worry about is the extra 3. Okay, so if you feel that you're able to do the 5 minutes and get to the end of the 5 minutes without being totally knackered, then you are actually able to do 8. You can generally do twice the distance that we're comfortable with without any real difficulty. So when you get to the 5-minute point, just have a quick review of where you are, and if everything's fine, carry on. Now you might find that as you get further into your 8-minute stint, there comes the temptation just to stop and walk. Say, no, can't do it, it's too much. Now, it may be hard to understand this, but it's not your muscles or your cardiovascular system that tells you that you're tired and you need to stop. It's your brain. Your brain gets to the point where it thinks you should be tired, and it tells your muscles you're tired, and your muscles then say, yeah, I'm tired. So this is well proven in science. So if you just accept my word for it, then when you get to a point where you start feeling tired and you need to stop for a walk, then you can actually carry on. I think the thing you need to do is to convince yourself that this is really the case. Remember we talked once about the terrible chimp, the troublesome chimp, sits on your shoulder, whispers in your ear, says, oh, just stop for a walk, just stop for a walk. You know, it'll be easier if you stop for a walk, you know, da, 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 da. So, is it the chimp, or is it that there is actually something wrong? So, when I was doing my Couch to 5k, I worked out a simple system, and I think it works well for most people. So, chest. Is there anything wrong here? Am I getting tightness or am I getting pains? No. Right, that's good. How's my breathing? Am I able to breathe, or am I really struggling to breathe? Well, I'm out of puff, but basically okay. Right, okay, so how's my legs? Are they sore? Well, no, they're tired, but they're not actually sore. Well, that's fine. Tired is good. So, nothing wrong in the chest, breathing's okay, legs are tired but okay. It's the troublesome chimp. It's your brain that's trying to persuade you just to stop. So, keep it going. Now, what you should find, or what you may find, what you can find, what you often find, because we're all different, is that once you make that decision to carry on, when you say, no, I'm not going to stop, I'm going to carry on, then the tiredness and the doubts diminish. Sometimes they'll go away altogether, but they certainly will be much easier than they were. Once you've made that decision, then it's much easier to carry on, and I promise you'll get to the end of the 8 minutes. Then you've got your 5-minute recovery walk, so that's quite a long time to recover. And what we're trying to do here is to let your muscles refill with their energy, and just be ready for your next 8 minutes. 8 minutes again, you know, just work your way through it, steady pace. If you do find that you need to stop and walk, run through it again. Chest, breathing, legs. Any real problems, stop. No harm in stopping. But, you know, no chest pains, no tightness, breathing's not too laboured, your legs are not sore, just tired. Conscious decision, I'm going to carry on. Then these feelings will go away. You'll get to the end of the 8 minutes. I promise. Okay, end of the second 8 minutes, then you're back to your 5-minute cool down walk and your stretches, and that's your workout over. In fact, that's all your workouts over, because that's the last workout for week 5. Okay, so hope you found that useful. Please, 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 if you do get to the point where you want to stop and walk, just run through that simple chest, breathing, legs. If you don't have any problems, make a conscious decision just to carry on. You'll be amazed at what happens as soon as you make that decision. But if you do have pains in your chest, if your breathing is really difficult, and if you have pains in your legs or feet, then stop, go back to a walk. There's nothing in the world that says you must complete Couch to 5k within 9 weeks. Yeah, so if you need an extra few weeks, that's okay. So we can easily step back. Okay, but most people can absolutely manage this, but it is more of a mental exercise this week than physical. Okay, so enjoy week 5 and hope everything goes well.